Oscar, you son of a bitch. I cannot believe you did this. So back in my collab stream with Oscar, which we did like a week or so ago, and by the way, we have a video coming out for that. Back in my collab stream with Oscar, you know, the game's community lead, who makes all the videos about the upcoming changes and communicates with the community, I asked him point blank about Ruby, because we wanted to know about Ruby. I wanted a confirmation whether we were gonna get Ruby or not. But what was his answer?
What Ruby? What Ruby?
What Ruby, chat?
I don't know. I've never seen a Ruby in my entire life. What color is a Ruby? Green?
At first, when he answered this, I thought he was just playing dumb. Like, green. It's a ruby. Rubies are red, right? But do you know what is green? Another gem called the emerald. Embark and Oscar just happened to serve us an Attack on Titan level twist, and we just didn't see it. But what am I yapping about? What's this about emeralds? Okay, so let's just go into it, because we just received a long update from Embark where they revealed more info about the upcoming ranked mode and, you know, the whole drama going around with Terminal Attack being the main ranked mode, while also explicitly talking about emeralds. So let's go over the post and what this means for the future of the finals, and you just gotta have to strap in because this is gonna be a huge one. So starting off, they're expanding on World Tour. Fame, fortune, and glory. This is where all the contestants gather to reach for stardom. All contestants, bigger and better cash out tournaments have always been the plan, and World Tour is our first step towards a place where all players can compete and have fun while impressing the sponsors. World Tour cash out tournaments will be the main focus on content moving forward, so this is gonna be like the casual mode, as I understand it, as we plan to craft new map variations and new ways to play made specifically for the World Tour experience. So yeah, literally, you're gonna have a casual experience, all the LTMs and whatever is gonna be through the World Tour. So if you go in, you wanna play competitive, you can go TA, and you know more on that later, or if you wanna play casually and you wanna try out some Mario Party style gameplay, you can jump into World Tour. In Season 3, World Tour will feature cash out tournaments with 24 players as the primary mode. 24 players, it's quite a lot. Quite a lot. That is 24 players, is 8 teams. That is 2 lobbies, the same way we have it in the Season 2 ranked. You'll be able to rank up your badge, earn prizes, check the leaderboards, and play the mode you know and love. These events will always be on and available to play throughout the season. It's good to note that doing this for Season 3 gives us a chance to work on cash out and make vital improvements to the mode that would have been difficult to do when it's locked into ranked for a whole season. This gives us a chance to make cash out more viable as a competitive mode in the future, chat. Which means we might see cash out coming back, maybe for future ranks, maybe for tournaments. We'll get to that. Cash out will never leave the spotlight as the most important part of the finals. And this is huge, because when they said that Terminal Attack would be the ranked mode, a lot of people, myself included, assumed that that meant that Terminal Attack now would be the spotlight game mode. It would be the main game mode, because usually in most games, when you do a ranked game mode, that's supposed to represent the game at its highest level, and usually you balance primarily for the ranked experience and then it trickles down. But it turns out they're not doing that for Terminal Attack. Maybe also take some of it into consideration when balancing, because it is still ranked, but clearly they don't seem interested in leaving cash out as a core. And even better, they say that in fact, our first high-profile official tournament will happen very soon, and the mode will be cash out. I don't know too much about this high-profile official tournament, but I've heard some whispers. Chat. I was on Shroud's stream, and I believe it was one of his teammates started yapping about Twitch rivals. And I know the chat talked about it a little bit, but I'm still curious. If anything, that would be good. Because when I started hearing this rumor about Twitch Rivals, and then suddenly hearing about Terminal Attack, I was afraid we're gonna have to play Terminal Attack Twitch Rivals, but it turns out it's still cash out. This also means that they probably want to continue with cash out for future esports, which means that the competitive scene will be spared, because a lot of people assumed that the competitive scene would die with Terminal Attack, because all of a sudden, all the practice, the 3v3, and you know, the cash out practice and all the time spent grinding that would be irrelevant. But turns out, again, it won't be. We're still gonna see competitive cash out. Moving on. Make sure to be on the lookout for news about that. And here we go. Also, diamonds and rubies are beautiful, but have you seen an emerald?
What color is a ruby?
Reading this, it was like a sleeper agent just like shot up in my brain. I've heard about this before. I just got a flashback of that collab stream with Oscar. Like, I had my fucking Attack on Titan moment right there, you know what I mean? Like, I saw all the flashbacks, got the dramatic music, and like the little echoey voice.
Green?
And he goes, Ruby is green, right? You know, that's gonna keep running in my head for like the next few seasons. How dare Oscar, that son of a bitch. There's probably gonna be more of that. Oh, I love foreshadowing. But yeah, so what does this mean? What does Emerald mean? So initially my thought was the ranked order for the main rank was going to be as usual, bronze, silver, gold, plat, and then diamond, and then once you hit top 500, we assumed that that would be ruby. I believe there was something else backing this up back in the day, and it fits. And you can also add to the fact that the ruby icon doesn't have a numbered badge like any other rank, it just has a ruby. So it makes sense this would be the top 500. Maybe there's even space to put your actual placement in the top 500. So where does emerald fit in? If they're adding another tier, that being emerald already, I still think that would be a bit strange because I don't really feel like that's needed. But if they do add emerald, my first thought would be that the order would go, you know, plat, emerald, diamond, and then ruby, because I think that's sort of the rarity of gems in real life. Obviously diamond's better than ruby, but whatever. But I was up all night staring at Oscar's messages, which is also why this just came at me like a lighting freaking clear sky. Oscar mentioned this part right here, where he mentioned you could grind to gold, to diamond, and above. And I was like, it's teasing ruby. Or a shot in the dark, he's saying we're getting diamond, emerald, so it's like a master sort of thing, and then ruby. Maybe you need emerald to get ruby. That's what I think. Whatever it means is we're gonna get one, maybe two new tiers to grind, and we're planning to do a solo to ruby stream when the season drops. And I have a hard out. I have to go to DreamHack. Like I have at most like 24 to 48 hours to do this. In cash out, I know for a fact I can do it within the time frame because we did it in 15 hours last time, but I have no idea how long it's gonna take in terminal attack. So I'm really curious to see how long it will take, but I think it's gonna be huge, that's for sure. Moving on. They also add more information about ranked play and terminal attack. We have been hard at work evolving terminal attack into a robust and exciting ranked mode, fine-tuning the experience for our most competitive players. The 5v5 mode creates close competitive head-to-head matches. So the terminal attack we have now is not the terminal attack we're gonna get. The gameplay and rank system improvements should make this mode as fair and enjoyable as we planned it from the start. We made many changes to the mode to make it more viable for competitive play. They include, and pay attention, requiring the attacking team to interact with the terminal to deliver it, rather than just throwing in the key from the distance, which I think is really good because you actually have to commit and plant it, again, much like the spike in Valorant or like the bomb in Counter-Strike. They also added warm-up zones to give defenders more time to prepare and strategize, playing the different objective scenarios in the same sequence on each half of attacking and defending. Not sure exactly what this means, but we'll hear about it later. They're also saying that they're resetting the map destruction when teams switch from attacking to defending. Along with this, we'll introduce a rank score point system so you can clearly see how your score changes after a match and the opposing team's score as well. I have mentioned some of these things going off the messages we saw because, again, I've been up all night, but there are some new things in here, specifically the warm-up zones and the whole scenario attacking and defending that I don't really understand fully, and then the whole thing about map destruction. So there are a lot of news here with how the game will run, and who knows, maybe terminal attack will be enjoyable. Maybe it will actually be a competitive, balanced experience. Who knows? I've never really liked terminal attack myself, but I'm willing to give it a try. I was thinking we're probably gonna stream a little bit of terminal attack today, even though it's not gonna be the same mode, just to get a feel for it. Still curious to try it out. Moving on, they're talking about career circuits, saying that career circuit will be back for another season with new challenges and new rewards. A lot of the challenges will match up with the World Tour tournaments, which will help you complete your battle pass by the end of the season and always give you something new to look forward to. They're adding that casual modes remain unchanged. You'll be able to warm up on Banquet or spend all your time in Power Shift. You'll have more arenas to play them in. As for the battle pass, we're seeing 96 rewards, 26 for free. You can get 1575 multi-bucks by unlocking and 2 bonus pages for overachievers. So 1575 multi-bucks basically means if you buy the battle pass for 1000, you'll get 575 extra to do whatever you want with. If you want to buy a cool skin, then obviously you can make more points by playing in the World Tour and placing in the leaderboard, which we covered in a different video that you should check out after this one, that had all the information that isn't in this post because this isn't as extensive as what we covered. And then obviously when season 3 drops, you need to buy the starter pack because that gives you some cool skins and an additional 1000 multi-bucks or however much for free as well. Moving on to talk about text chat. We will debut our first text chat. It will be team chat for now, and your feedback will be important. They never really clarified on this, so it's good to know, but I'm not surprised that it chose to do team chat because it was going to get way too toxic if it was all chat. As for the loadout, they're saying that light is getting the recurve bow and the thermal bore, medium getting dual blades or dual katanas. They can block and deflect bullets as well as dealing a lot of damage and lunge forward. And heavy gets a spear weapon as well as the winch claw specialization. There's not really that much information about this here, but again, link it at the end of this video so you can go check it out because I have basically all the information that we know by now in the video. But moving on, they're also saying they're adding a new map to all the modes and it's gorgeous, which is interesting. Probably gonna see it in Power Shift and whatever. Saying we need to make sure to take in Kyoto Crypto, and all of its variations. And again, I am super bullish on this. I was gonna make a video talking about my opinion about this new season, about this whole terminal attack drama, and I'm glad I didn't, because it would not age well. This is really good. I'm super glad they made this post. I'm super glad that they clarified, again, that despite terminal attack being ranked, it is not the focus for balancing moving forward. It's not the core identity of the game. They're just adding terminal attack for ranked season 3. We don't know if it's permanent or not. They didn't say, but it's kind of implied that maybe we're not going to see it in season 4 moving forward. Maybe we'll actually see an updated version of Cash Out that's more competitive and fit for ranked or tournaments, because they can actually tweak it thanks to the world tours. And they'll get a lot of data because all of us are playing it. And again, we're going to see Emerald, whatever that means, probably another rank, another tier nearby Diamond, and of course, we're going to see Ruby. And overall, I'm super excited to see where Embark will take us in season 3. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like, subscribe, click the video on the screen if you guys want more details about season 3 and you missed the last video. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you all next time.